Aw, Peach looks so cute when she yawns. Hello, lovely people of the world, what's here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Paper Mario. In the previous episode, we started exploring Flipside. And by started exploring, I mean we continued exploring, and played our first couple mini-games in this place. In today's video, we're going inside the next dimensional door. Mario and his new friends opened the door, unsure of what they would find. All the while, Merly's words about finding the other two heroes rang in their minds. Were these other heroes somewhere in this new world? If not, where? Meanwhile, the creeping void grew larger in the skies above Flipside. The hopes of all worlds rested on the heroes finding the next pure heart. Chapter 3-1 When Geeks Attack. This is where that door leads. I suppose the next pure heart must be nearby. That's odd. I could feel it nearby, but where could it be? What could this mean? I took the kill. I caught a super rare pixelated butterfly. My friends at DigiButter.net are going to freak when they get word of this find. I must bring it home. I can't miss this week's episode of the Grotus Chronicles. No way am I going to dress my digital record me out to tape an episode so epic. This is so high-technical. Tippi? Oh, what's this? Whoa, a kidnapping. Oh, the despair, the awful spectacle of it all. The shocking scene occurred right before my very own tender eyes. Well, I guess that's a wrap for that pixel, now that that freak Francis has got her. Who's this guy? A friend of the butterfly girl that got nabbed? Well, that's a pity. That geek that grabbed her, Francis, basically the nerd to end all nerds. Plus, he's got this thing for butterflies, and, well, all things nerdy too. If he gets his sweaty mitt on something he likes, there's no getting it back. He collects stuff and keeps it in his big fantasy fortress. It's like geek paradise. Where is Fort Francis? Well, if you go all the way down ahead for miles and miles, you'll find it. You're not thinking of infiltrating the nerd lair and rescuing her, are you? Look, nobody likes having their butterfly kidnapped by a geek, but it's dangerous. Still set on it? What a tender moment. I think I got something in my eye here. Listen, let me give you some travel tips. Listening? Good. All I got for you is 3 critical tips, so remember all of them. Here's our first tip. A bunch of no-class jerks are holed up in this castle up ahead. It ain't gonna be easy getting past them, but here's the juice. It's an old castle. You do your thing with a red X mark, and maybe something will happen for you. Now, for my second tip. If you somehow pass those clowns in the castle, you'll see an ocean. Can't miss it. A scary sea monster lives there. The beast is huge and cranky. But if you toast its red flipper thing, something good is bound to happen. And here's the last tip. Once you swim your way through the ocean, you'll see a humongous tree. There's a huge gorge on the other side. There's no jumping across it. Look for the red wind and do something with it. Then you can get across. Got all that? Good. You be careful now. If by some crazy chance you do save her, come back and tell me how you did it. So, fun story. First time I played through this, I was mashing through all that text and wasn't really paying attention. But I saw that he looked like a pixel, and I was wondering why I couldn't collect him, so that took me a little while to figure out. But anyway, the more important issue on hand right now is that Tippi is gone, so we have no way to tattle anything in the near future. And if there's a secret passageway, then we can't do anything about it. Thankfully, the game design is nice enough to avoid that issue. Kind of. Alright, so we'll be switching over to Mario real quick, so we can flip into 3D and go over here. Now, the Bitlands is an interesting chapter. This is one that I honestly have a bit of a mixed opinion about, because I think the overall chapter is really good, but one level in particular is one of my least favorite parts of the entire game, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This isn't that level right now. But on a brighter note, we can go over here and we can go this way. That was too far for me to jump, but luckily Peach has a parasol thing. And there's a piranha plant right there, so we have to be careful with you. But we have a spoiling thingy right there, so let's see if we can jump on that. Yeah! That was unnecessarily epic, and that's the best kind of epic. It's almost as epic as Mickey. So as we go across this area, I have a bit of a painful memory I'd like to share with the first Let's Play that I did all the way back in 2012. So, when I was... Ooh, what do I want to get rid of? I don't need hot sauce. When I was doing the original Let's Play of this game, this was back when I was like 14 or so, in 2012. And at the time, I was also playing Majora's Mask and Tomb Raider Anniversary. And back then, like, I didn't really know how much trouble it would be to do 3 games at once. And I apparently didn't learn my lesson, because the next group of projects after that would be Pikmin, Tomb Raider Legend, and Toy Story 2. So, yeah. Nowadays, I know how to handle multiple projects like that a bit better, so hopefully that same mistake doesn't happen. But, real quick, we're going to be transforming into Super Giant Princess Peach, and that's going to be super cool. But anyway, so I was doing those 3 projects, but at this point in the original Super Mario Let's Play, there was a thing that happened where my family was moving cross country, so all my capture card stuff was put in storage, and I wasn't really able to record videos for a good few months at that point, and yeah, that is like not a very good memory from those early days of making videos. But thankfully, we have the magic of redoing Let's Plays I didn't like initially, so we can actually make them decent for once. This is one of the coolest parts of the entire game! And if you switch over to Mario and then flip into 3D, the giant 8-bit thing is in 3D too! This is so cool! But what's also cool is, whoops. Well, luckily we can flip around and hopefully we'll be able to do stuff. Does he keep going if we... Ah, no, he's coming back! Ah! Ah! Get the shiny! Get the shiny! Get the shiny! Get the shiny! Where's the shiny? Where's the shiny? There's the shiny! Revenge! I always love this part. So we go over this way. And eventually we'll be able to reach our destination. It's a giant blue switch. Fall in between the red pipes. That's kind of giving me a flashback of Sticker Star streams, because there's one point where the letters are all jumbled like that, and I was kind of struggling to read it. Like, normally I can read backwards pretty easily, but for whatever reason during that Sticker Star stream I just couldn't for the life of me. But anyway, we go over here, and now we go back inside the door. Now, I would jump cut back to where we need to go, but there's actually something here that I want to point out that's pretty amusing. So, this over here is probably like one of the lesser seen enemies in Mario history, because you wouldn't really be in 3D that long, but there's just like a random little Goomba right here who's like stuck in 3D forever. He's a lonely Goomba stuck between two pipes. So the pipe I need to go into. Would you get out of here? No, that's not it. Okay, fine. I guess we'll keep on going. We came through a door. We did not come in through a pipe. We came in through a door. We're gonna switch over to Peach real quick because if we glide over here, eventually we'll be able to reach this pipe. This area seems intriguing. So, I'm gonna go into the pipe in the far right. Now, we could finish this level now, admittedly, if we are quick about this and go the right path, but there's a lot of really cool details in this level that I'd like to share before we finish it. Inside here is a catch card for Magic Koopa. Alright. Had to collect all the shiny thingies because shiny is good. I believe if you go down this pipe right here, that'll take you close to the end of the level. But, like I said, we're going to be exploring just a little bit more before we continue onwards. So, the thing told us to go down that pathway, but I'm going to go over here first because I never really explored this area that much on my own playthroughs. And I have a very specific reason why, but we'll see it soon enough. We're already halfway down to their HP. That's not a good thing at all. Take care of you. Now you're destroyed. This jerk right here. We can't use a title on it right now, but this enemy type is a Cursia. Whenever you touch it, it'll give you a different status effect. And this one, if you touch this one, it sends you back to flip side, and you have to go back all the way the long way. It's basically a forced return pipe, and it is the rudest thing in the world. And they put them in some pretty mean locations later in the game. But I'm going to take this opportunity to go stay at the inn real quick so that we can refill our HP, so I don't have to use too many healing items or anything like that. Because it might be a good idea to wait until a little bit later in the chapter before we actually start using those things. But anyway, with the magic of fancy editing skills, we're going to instantaneously warp back to where we were. Whoosh! Back to where we were a moment ago, and yes, I did seriously take one thing of damage on the way back over here. I want to flip it to 3D to show these things off real quick, because I don't know why, but makes me laugh. I don't know why, but the poses kind of make me think of Ring Fit Adventure, and I don't know why. So, real quick, I want to demonstrate the catch cards real quick. I believe SP is the stronger one, so please go for the Cursia. Yay! If it works, which doesn't always work. Please work. There we go. It doesn't always work, but you can use that to turn some enemies into catch cards, which is very, very useful. I don't think it'll work on everything, though. Like, I know for a fact that it will not work on boss fights, but it's a pretty interesting one if you want to take out some of those really obnoxious enemies. And we can also use that on this person. Except it didn't work. Well, I did say that it doesn't always work. Well, we also have a Thunder Rage right here, so we can also use that as well. Motion controls activate! I like motion controls. I know a lot of people don't like motion controls, and I can totally understand why. Like, some people just don't, some people just prefer regular controls, other people just can't do them at all, and things like that for one reason or another. I personally like motion controls that they're used properly. So, little things like that don't take too much time, they don't do too often, I think that's fine. Skyward Sword has some of my favorite motion controls in gaming ever, and I'm really happy that they're going to keep them in the Switch version, and that they're going to have the option to let you play with the traditional button controls as well, because Skyward Sword is an amazing game, but it's really unfortunate that so many people just ignored it because of the motion controls. So let's continue on over here, and just like the one sign said, go down between the red pipes, and now we'll go down here. Oh no, it's a recreation of an old Mario level. Something we've never seen before. Yeah, we already got a bit of a remake of World 1-1 in an earlier episode, and now we're getting a remake of World 1-2. The big egg, okay. I don't remember using that often. I think it's good for recipes, but we won't be going over recipes for a little while. Flipping to 3D to ignore all of you. This area looks cool in 3D. I'm really bummed that Big Mario 6 Star did not adapt this mechanic. Because can you imagine flipping into 3D in a game console called the 3DS? That would have been so cool, but then they didn't do it. But there is a warp pipe right here, so let's go down this one. I don't remember where this one leads. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit to see if there's anything up there. And there's nothing! So continuing over here, we could go into this one warp pipe, but if we were to go this way instead, then we can follow the traditional World 1-2 secret and things like that. This is the warp pipe area that we saw a moment ago. This is where we came from. This is where the catch card was. And if we flip into 3D, then there's a staircase right there that could take you back over there. What was that? Oh, that was a boomer shadow. I saw a random shadow on the ground, and that made me freak out for a moment because there's a very rare enemy in this game that could suddenly appear, and it freaks me out so much. And I was already concerned that was the thing, but luckily it wasn't. So this pipe is the one that we would have come out of if we went down the normal way. We unfortunately can't title these guys right here, and I don't remember what their names are off the top of my head, but we will title them in due time. Halt! Yeah, you. This is Bowser's castle. And his burliness doesn't like chumps like you geeking up the place. You're about to get a complimentary nose job, courtesy of my shell. Oh boy, nose job. Come on out, fellas. Come and get some. Oh no, whatever are we going to do? We can just flip it to 3D and we'll be fine. So, we can't jump here, but going back into 2D, oh, it's a red X. Do we get treasure if we blow it up? Oh, no treasure, just explosions.
Please tell me someone didn't just blow up my awesome lair. Hey, I know that stash from somewhere. Mario and Princess Peach. Why do you always have to do that? It's like the 100th time you've shown up at my castle and screwed everything up. Rug! Now you've entered the Fortress of Pain, Mario! No more sequels! It's gonna end right here, right now, once and for all!
Little did we know that when he said no more sequels, he was really meaning no more good sequels. I've been waiting a while to use that one. Alright, so Bowser is a pretty tough enemy in this game, admittedly. So using Boomer is probably going to be the best strategy for this. Do not use Throw You and do not jump on Bowser because Bowser spikes will still hurt you. So, my favorite strategy is to wait until Bowser starts breathing fire. If you can get behind him, then you can use Boomer because Bowser takes a moment to get back up and things like that. He deals a lot of damage to you, so you'll want to be careful. He's just a little bit outside of our blast radius for that, so we gotta be careful. Stop jumping around! By Smash logic, your jumping should suck, because this was still in the Brawl era. We might need to heal. That might be a good idea. Let's take that. We might also want to use some items here too, because that might be a good idea as well. Stop moving. There's probably a better way to do this, but what other pixels do we have? Slim might be useful for avoiding stuff, but it's probably not the best strategy right now. Can you stop jumping around? Okay. Maybe we could... No, that was a stupid idea. I literally just said that jumping on him doesn't work. I always have trouble with this boss fight, because, like, I don't know, Bowser usually isn't that tough, so I just kind of underestimate how tough he is going to be in this game. So that is something that's kind of amusing. You know what? I'm just gonna use an item on you. Let's use this. Motion controls activate! Yay!
No! I hate Mario. It's not fair.
Mario!
I like how that one Hammer Bro is like eavesdropping on the entire conversation.
Are you okay?
Oh, Princess Peach. My lovely wife.
Your
Wife?
Are you kidding me? How could you forget our big day?
That sham was not a wedding. What are you doing here anyway, Bowser?
How should I know? I was locked up in Complex Stupid Castle. When all of a sudden, BAM! Me and my minions wake up face down in this field. Then we find this awesome castle and I thought, why not make myself a lair?
Well, you see, Bowser, we really need your help. Why don't you come with us?
What? Well, that got us married just to make a Chaos Heart so you could destroy the world.
Yes, and that's why we need you to help us find the Pure Hearts.
No, I don't wanna. I think about it if it was for you, but there's no way I'm helping Mario.
We don't have time for you to be a big baby about this. Come on, Bowser. Please.
But I'm Bowser. I'm grade A 100% prime cut final boss. I'm going to take over the world any day now. No way I'm helping Mario. He's always trashing my awesome plans.
Please. For me.
No, I don't wanna. What do you say? If the world ends, there's not gonna be any word for me to rule?
And what will happen to your poor minions who were caught by Count Black? They've been brainwashed. They do his evil bidding, not your evil bidding. Now your minions will have to toil under a different cruel and merciless master.
But, you... Fine, I'll join your stupid quest. You happy?
Oh, thank you, Bowser. You're so sweet.
No, I'm not sweet. I'm not helping Mario just to save a bunch of worlds. I'm only doing it so I can rule someday. So don't get all cuddly with me, Mario.
Alright, Bowser, you big sweetie.
Bowser joined the party! When controlling Bowser, press down on the D-pad to breathe fire on your enemies. His breath is so ferocious, so use it to drop on any enemy that stands in your way. Any enemy is kind of hard for me to say.
Lord Bowser! Your crabbiness, are you leaving us?
What? Oh, yeah. Minions, hold on the fort until I return.
You're there safe with us, sir. Oh, sir, it seems like Count Blake has brainwashed some of your local hench people. They're probably going to be forced to attack you, so feel free to dole out punishment. Of course, we'd love to come along and defend you, but, you know, we just, get in the way, your heinous. Your heinous. Clobber that count for us.
Yeah, anyone who wears a cape and a monocle is just begging for a beating.
Long live King Bowser! We'll miss you, your surliness. Party!
Oh, you guys. Fine, come on. Let's get your stupid presence hard or whatever you call it. I said move it.
Ooh, Bowser joined the party, Bowser joined the party, Bowser joined the party.
So, yeah, they're still going to be attacking us. My headcanon is that they don't want Bowser to interrupt their party. So, yeah, we're going to continue onwards. But unfortunately, that's about as far as we can go in this video. Did we get everything today's episode? We missed something. I'll be right back. Alright, so the catch card that we missed is over here next to these super colorful blocks. So what you're supposed to do is that we want to go over here, I believe towards this blue one. You can jump across these in 3D, and then you should be okay like this. Now I like to switch back to Peach after this, so that we can have an easier jump. And then we go up here and collect the next treasure chest. Piranha Plant! You stole Captain Toad's spot in Smash Brothers, and I'll never forgive you for that, even though you're a really fun character and actually one of my favorites in Ultimate. And now we made it back to where we were a moment ago. So now we have every catch card, and we have Boomer, apparently. Now that we have Bowser in the party, we're in this video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Super Mario, and next time... End of chapter. Oh yeah. Can't hear the audio of this recording session, so I was probably off tune during that one.